Storytime, and I am back with another video. Excuse me. This video is a little different from the others. One, because I have on a do-rag. Two, because it's a story time. So this video will be part of my do-rag chronicles series. Some kind of catchy. I kind of like that. I just kind of came up with that. I hope no one else has that on their channel. They do. Sorry, when I'm sorry. I like the way that sounds, so I'm gonna keep with it. But this is a story time, and this story time is gonna be about the day that I lost my mother. You know, what child, what person wants to find out that the person that they love the most, they gave birth to them, that's, you know, that brought them into this life is no longer here. You know, it will no longer be there. So, with further ado, if you like my video, if you think that my video is pretty cool, or you didn't like the name that I gave it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and we'll stay, you know, hopefully we'll stay in touch and become very close friends, because as I said, I don't have any friends. So you guys are my friends. So, let me get right. So the day that I lost my mother was April the 19th, 2012. I was 16 years old and I was at school. You know, I woke up, it was a regular morning. Mom hadn't made it home yet from work, and which, you know, sometimes she just home, you know, give us a kiss on the forehead and see us off to school. Didn't get that morning, but it's okay. Got it the night before. School pretty much ended, and by the time, normally when I get home off the bus from school, my mother was already there. She's, you know, sitting up there waiting for me to come in, see, you know, what'd you do at school today? You got in trouble? You did something you ain't supposed to do? You know, she's right, checking me and stuff, but it's all normal. That day, when I got home, there was no car in the driveway. I was locked out of the house, and she was not answering the phone. So, me, you know, I thought, okay, I didn't, you know, automatically assume that anything bad happened. I thought, well, maybe she probably went somewhere and hadn't made it back yet, or, you know, something other, just didn't think the extreme. But with me being locked out of the house and, you know, having little tricks, I unlocked the front door with a CD, and and I went in and I pretty much waited. By that time, my sisters had arrived from school. My brother had arrived first, then my sisters had arrived from school, and there was still no sign of Mama. The exact thing that I remember was watching my dad walk into the house and fall to his knees and start crying and say that they done took my baby. And, you know, puzzled, you know, we all like, what is that talking about? Once we were able to get it out of him and he told us that our mom was killed, everything changed right there in that moment. Like, what do you mean? And come to find out, the car accident already had taken place on 10 that morning on Alabunson Street. If you're from Houston, you know where Alabunson is. If you're from Makers Home, you know where it is. Right there at the intersection, right over the railroad tracks, is where the accident happened. It was due to speeding, and if I'm not mistaken, the lady was drunk. Middle of the day, early morning, why are you drinking? Like, it makes no sense. From the details that we were told, she hit our mother in the side of the car. Someone tried to help her, but no one could help her. Her last words were, "Father, help me." It's still something that I deal with. To lose your mother so soon because of somebody else's fault, you know, I had a lot of anger, a lot of hatred build up. It really did affect me. One, because I was that child, that rebel child. Like, I was at that phase, that age where, I wasn't listening to anything that she said, and I was pretty much taking my mother for granted. Like, it wasn't her fault, that I felt that way, but at that age, I didn't understand a lot, and I just felt like, she was just trying to control me, ruin my life, when everything that she ever told me from the day I was born up to that point was to protect me and for, to help me be better. And, it hurt because that previous night before, me and my mother, we had an argument the night right before. And I remember going in my room, being so upset and telling her I really did not like my mom. And I regret ever saying that, and I never got to ever apologize about that. I know that I did a lot of things growing up that hurt my mother, and I didn't mean to. I really wish I could apologize to her face to face and let her know that I truly am sorry and I really do love her, but I'm not ever going to get that chance. So I guess I just hold it in. And one day, Lord's will, if I go to heaven, I'll be able to tell her that, be able to see her again, But I did something so selfish that I thought would fix the problem, and I wouldn't have to deal with it at all. Not thinking about everyone else around me. I had even attempted suicide and take my own life, It hurts. But, and I've forgiven myself for that. And my family has forgiven me as well for it. If I can go back and change that, I would. But it's a learning experience. Will I ever try to commit suicide again? No. And I felt like nothing else mattered. And I was, rushed to the hospital. They saved me. And I appreciate those people. My friends that realized that something was wrong with me, that alerted the teacher. I thank the teacher for contacting my dad, and for my dad taking me to the nurse. And I thank all of you, because without those people, I probably would not have been able to see another day. Had God not had them intervene, I wouldn't be here. But I am here, standing strong and growing and carrying on. It was hard because a lot of this stuff I had to learn by myself, and it took a lot of mistakes and constantly bumping your head against the wall, as the old folks say. Made me do a young woman fast, but I don't feel like I'm a young woman, like, at the same time. I still feel like a young teenage girl still trying to, find her ways, trying to figure herself out, and like I say, get my life together. Like I said, I don't have my shit together, but I'm getting there, thank God for that. Like they say, boys need their father to show them how to be a man. Girls need their mother to show them how to be a woman, because can't no man teach a girl, a young lady, how to be a woman. And you have other family members that are trying to do their best to show you the way that it's supposed to go and be there for you, but it's not the same as a mother doing it. Prom came, I was sad. My mom wasn't there to go dress shopping with me. My mom wasn't there, do my hair, help me with my makeup. My mom wasn't there for any of that. She missed that. graduation came. My mom wasn't there, you know. She wasn't there to see me walk across the stage, which was something that meant so much to her, you know, to watch all of us get our diploma, and that meant a lot to her. And for not, I think I'd cry. I know I cried. I remember crying. I did my best to hold it in that day, walking across the stage and going back to my seat. But when them doors opened, I cried. Because everybody else there had their parents, had their mother. And I didn't have mine. So it really hurted. It still hurts, you know, to this day, to watch other people enjoy their time and make memories with their mother. And I know that I'll never be able to do that. Neither with my brother, neither with my sisters. And that hurts too, because I know everything that I felt, you know, about losing my mother. They felt it too. Ooh. Everything happens for a reason. One thing I would tell, if I could go back in time, I would tell myself to love my mother, to cherish her. And like I said, definitely not take her for granted, to listen, because all those things that I want, I know she would have did that. I thought I would be able to make it through this video without crying, but it's okay. I know it's okay to cry. And I mean, to anybody watching this video, any child, any teenager, any young adult, any adult, like, no matter what you go through with your parents, with your mother, always be respectful. Always be respectful and never take it for granted, because just like me, you can wake up the next day and she's gone. Any person is gone. And I say to lose your mother is a love that you don't want to lose. Can't even get my words right. It's not a love that you want to grow up without. Because, you know, I've always had this void. And I know I have family around me that loves me, but for some reason I still always went out trying to find and look for that love to be replaced. But it can't. Nobody can replace that. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you use, no drug, no person, no animal, no pears, no nothing, except the Lord God, because that's the only thing that's been keeping me together and helping me throughout these years. Like, and that's one thing I really appreciate my mother for, is having me in church, because that's one thing I'll never let go of. No matter how far I go or go astray from the church or what I'm going through, I know that I can always count on the Lord, on God, period. Like, I know my darkest time, my darkest moments, under prayer, He will come through. He will answer. He will lift you from places that you've never in your life thought that you would be. He will lift you and take you away from those places. and put you in better. And I really, like I say, I really appreciate my mother for that. My mom stayed, prayed, and she stayed in church. She kept me in church. And I love her for that. And that's the same way I'm going to be with my baby. You know, I'm going to keep them in church. My mother was a great mom. Great, great, great. Now, I love her dearly. There's a lot of questions that I have, just in general, about life, about my body, about just a lot of things that I go through, a lot of things I deal with that I would personally and would love to talk to my mother about, but I just pray about it because I know that would be what she want me to do. That's the next thing she's going to tell me to do. Did you pray? Did you ask God? Even when I was younger. So, it's, like I say, this losing your mom is horrible, but there's a reason for it, and I guess that was my reason. I don't know, but like I said, I'm learning and I'm growing from it. I know I will never take anyone else for granted that I have in my life. I cherish all of my family, and if any of my family members are watching this, you know that I love you guys, and I thank you all for your child rearing, for all your prayers, all your love, and your advice, for everyone that's always been there for me. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video because I want to get a little more emotional the more I talk about it. I don't want to become repetitive. So if you liked my video, or if you can relate to anything that I've said in this video, or you have any questions, or you need any advice about any situation that you're going through, feel free to either DM me on one of my socials or in my email. My email is down below in the description box. And like I said, if you thought my video was pretty good or great, or you liked any part of it, give me a thumbs up and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I thank you guys for watching my video again. You guys have a wonderful night.